Hello everyone, this is Raji. In association with AKST, today let us learn about Schema Drift in Dataflow. So what is Schema Drift means? Schema Drift is the case where your sources often change metadata. Fields, columns and types can be added, removed or changed on the fly. Without handling for Schema Drift, your data flow becomes vulnerable to upstream data sources changes. Typical ETL patterns fail when incoming columns and fields change because they tend to be tied to those source names. So, let us see this with a practical example. So, in my container, I have a folder name, CSV file name department. Let us view this folder. Here we have 4 fields: ID, department, female and male. So let us go to our data factory and let us create a new data flow. Click to add source. Here let us create the data set. Delimited text, continue. Department input. Sampling surveys. In employee. In input folder. It is loading. It may take few seconds. Let us wait. So to protect against schema drift, it's important to have the facilities in Dataflow tool to allow you to define sources that have mutable field names, data types, values and sizes. Define transformation parameters that can work with data patterns instead of hard-coded fields and values. Define expressions that understand patterns to match incoming fields instead of using name fields. So here, coming to our example, let us select department, sheet, click OK and click OK. So the Azure Data Factory supports flexible schemas that change from execution to execution so that you can build generic data transformation logic without the need to recompile your data flows. So we have created the data set. Now let us view the data preview. And next, see, this is the data preview here. If you can see here, department is string, but ID, female column and male column should be in integer format. So let us set this one. Go to source settings, source options. In projection C, here we can simply click detect data type. So let us select this detect data type. So it instead of integer, it has selected short. Here we can define default format. here we can define the default format. Let us select here default format. Click OK. Now let us select detect data type. So now it is selected to integer. Now let us go to our input file. Let us do here some changes. Let us remove this ID column. Let us click on save. So let us see here if we are getting these changes. Let us click refresh in the data preview. See, the ID column is removed and the row values are we are getting here null value. It is filled with null. So the changes we made in the source file are reflected here. Again, let us do some changes. Let us add some field like country. Let us save this one. And let us go to here and let us refresh this one. So we are not getting this column. Again, let us add previously ID column. Let us go here. This refresh. So see, we have the column, newly added columns, country, and here in the source projection option, we can select the detect data type. So it is selected to integer. So this is how, by using this allows schema drift, if we choose this one, any changes made in the input folder will be reflected here in the data flow. So this will be very useful in real time. So this is all about schema drift in Dataflow in Azure Data Factory. Thank you.